that you need to do stuff like that in order to successfully defend your settlement. You know what I mean? Besides, the settlers inside, even if you assign them on guard duty and give them a nice gun and armor, they're not going to be able to do much, trust me. Even if you give them all the armor modifications that I've given my men. Because they're such a low level, they go down like... And it's a little aggravating, and it's a little not. But yeah, I'm going to try making another video tonight, but it takes a long time to upload the other ones, like, depending on... It takes probably like an hour or two, because my phone's cool, but like the game, it's cool, but when it comes to some things, it's not exactly good enough, like, you know, or something like that, along those lines. Also, I like the idea of the laser musket, but if that right there is made out of wood, bro, you know how often you'd break your laser musket in real life if you used one of these things? Because if you crank it too hard, it breaks, or the wood itself right here gets hit by a raider or some flying debris and it snaps, or it's just so old it just crumbles. Like, the concept is cool, but the problem is that the design of it is makes it a little weak. Plus, the complex materials inside the, laser musket, like the crank piece and everything, are so hard to make and then, salvage. It just, again, the concept is nice and all, but it's also just a little like, what the hell? Yeah, after Fallout, I'm gonna go back to playing GTA 5 for a little bit, record that, because this is kind of sickening. A little bit too much sickening. Okay, fast track, power armor. All the workbenches, more turrets right there. Come on, just hold out. More lights, more turrets, and my office right here. My office is right here. I sleep right there. I keep weapon and armor modifications here. Here is my terminal. I keep antiques from Jamecia Plain here. Just because, like, realistically speaking, if this base does fall and the Minutemen lose or my character dies, people searching for the treasure of Jamecia Plain can still find it, but just very, very close by up here. Jesus Christ, that turret. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna get out of this shit show. Alright, so bell right there. That summons the settlers. I think we've covered everything. Sorry, I don't want to risk another crash we are running low on time, people. We're like on the 9-minute mark. Alright. Alright, punch it, Chewie. Punch it. Alright. Now I'm gonna show you the castle. Where this one right here will not crash. At least not as much. The castle is a lot more defendable, I'd say, because of numerous reasons. Plus, the bunker underneath the castle's pretty OP. So, yeah. I want to show you guys some of the castle base, which is one of my favorites so far. Before the video is over. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix the camera quality here. Sometimes I've noticed on this phone it kind of doesn't like to be at the highest quality. It likes to be very blurry. I don't know why. It's a newer phone and it has worse of a camera than my old one. I don't get that. Like, seriously, if you ever want a good phone, get the ON5 instead of the J2 for Samsung. Because the J2 doesn't like to be good with cameras. So here's my office, the Minutemen office. I haven't changed much to it except for the power armor station and the extra light right there. And, yeah. What happened here is I decided I was going to... Wait, let me check the camera. Dang, the camera's very blurry. What is going on with this thing? There we go. The focus is all better now. Okay, okay. Good, good. So, as you can see here, the workbenches, all of them I can need. Weaponsmith, I create weapons there. Weapons workbench, I modify the weapons. Armor smith, I make armor, and then I modify here at the armor workbench. So you see I made a system. And then here I craft stuff. See, I cook stuff here, cook meats and things, and I craft bullets here. I don't really need to craft any right now because I have more than 10,000. I have 18,310 fusion cells, which is a hell of a lot. And here's my chemistry station. I craft chems and I craft different things like from mods all the way down to armor, depending on what mods I download. Here's my war room. As you can see, it has the flags of every faction my character is part of, as well as Napoleon Bonaparte's famous picture, or one of them. Napoleon Bonaparte again, but in a different picture. I think that is him anyways. Some sort of officer, and I think that's either Teddy or Theodore Roosevelt. I think that's Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah. As you can see, this represents the castle. That represents Bunker Hill. This radio represents the Diamond City settlement. And this one right here represents the Institute. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you on the map. See? It represents, that first radio represents the castle, which is here. The Institute was here before I blew their shit away. And here is Diamond City. And here's the Bunker Hill. So it's, on a geographical scale, it's kind of accurate. But you can only do so much with a rectangular pool table in the apocalypse. So it's pretty good. Here's the radio room here. And as you can see, the signs kept phasing through the walls, so I just tried to remember by order. Radio Freedom, Diamond City, The Institute, Radio, Classical Radio, whatever the hell. And more of these televisions. I have a terminal here, and the generator powers it, an extra light. These stairs lead up to that exit, but I boarded it up. I'll explain now, before I end the video, what's going on. Here's the generators and backup generators. They power the water supply and the lighting throughout the entire place. The backup generators are just in case if the big ones get shot. Even though there's a protective wall, it still kind of can get shot at the top. So, you know, and damaged. I can repair it, but it still would be nice to have working lights even during a battle, you know what I mean? Anyways, this is boarded up, and the reason why I left the little crack there is so the wire can go through. It's still glitched through, but that's as best as I can do it, trust me. I've tried like a half an hour trying to perfect it that much. It's as best as I can do, guys. And as you can see, more crappy bedding placements that I really... Yeah, the only thing I'm not good at is just putting down bedding. There's just no room for it. I gotta put it like that. Sorry, I'm going as fast as I can. I'm running out of time. So as you can see, that's the only way in is through these stairs. And the only way through to these stairs that lead into there is from around here or around all the way over here. Because I boarded up these stairs that lead all the way down to the floor. That way, if the base is actually ever overrun, the remaining survivors can fall back into what I call the main keep, in a technical sense, because it's called the castle after all. And the, let me quick save it real quick. And so that, in other words, that means that, I can, you know, I have a place... Well, the people here, if I'm not here, have a place to fall back to if they're ever overrun. And it's highly defendable, and the general's quarters leads to a bunker. Wait, that's not the general's quarters, whoops. the general's quarters here leads to the bunker. The bunker has an exit over at the armory, which is on the other side. But I boarded the exit up on the outside over there. So like I said, this section right here I'm in is completely isolated from the rest of the settlement, along with the bunker down there. So that way, like I said, it's to make sure you have the maximum amounts of defense on the interior, and I will show you the exterior in a later video. But right now, guys, I'm sorry for all the crashes. I'm sorry for everything that happened that wasn't supposed to happen, and all the swearing. It's just very aggravating. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a lit day, and I'll see you all later. Got ya.